His Excellency Ahmed Jassim Al-Zawi, Chairman of Abu Dhabi Department of Economic Development, Excellencies, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Transport and Climate Change Conference.
TMS Stack is not just an event, it is a call to action. It is an acknowledgement of our shared responsibility to protect our planet and preserve its beauty and vitality for all living beings.
The UAE is exemplified by its hosting of COP28 and dedicating 2023 as the year of sustainability, is committed to being a leader in tackling climate change, making this gathering even more significant to our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, we unite here to forge a path towards a greener future for transportation. So let us carry with us a renewed commitment to regional responsibility and global impact, understanding that the choices we make now will shape the future of our industry and our planet.
The transportation sector remains a significant contributor to global greenhouse gas emission with as much as 25%. Within the economic cities and free zones, sustainability is at the core of our mission. It permeates every facet of our decision-making processes, daily operations and strategies for sustainable growth. Our commitment to sustainability has earned us recognitions, including the prestigious United Nations Investment Promotion Award in 2023.
Sustainability in aviation, even though people think it's misaligned, is completely aligned. The less fuel I burn, which is my highest cost, the more sustainable I am, and the more profit I make. So there is no contradiction between aviation and sustainability. We really need sustainable aviation fuel and biofuel solutions to come in. We're very happy to see that Abu Dhabi is investing in that, and we're going to be part of that.
The International Energy Agency labels rail as one of the most energy-efficient modes of transport globally, accounting for only 3% of transport energy use, while responsible for 9% of passenger movement and 7% of freight shipping. The appetite we are experiencing from the industry around rail continues to grow tenfold as we experience a rush to utilize our services. This informs our strategy when we create partnership, as we seek out synergies that fulfill our goals. And we are looking forward to have a significant impact on the logistics market in the UAE, making moving products cheaper, faster, safer, more reliable, and more environmental friendly.
What do I see our role is? Our role is enablers. We talked about new partnerships being necessary in order to achieve the goals that entities have established. Those new partnerships bring with them new risks that need to be understood so that they can be insured, new risks that need to be discussed and allocated in contracts, new risks that are going to be litigated. And so there is a overarching theme for the lawyers that I think actually stems across the whole industry, which is one that we have to educate ourselves about the risks that are being posed by these new solutions.
Decarbonisation requires dedication to understanding actual carbon footprints, gathering data, creating scenarios, undertaking modelling to see how you can most effectively decarbonise your assets. We see significant development of carbon capture. That development of carbon capture allows the continued use of LNG and indeed results in significant volumes of CO2, liquefied CO2 being moving around. And the maritime industry, of course, will have to cater to this demand.
The global average temperature reached 16.77 degrees centigrade, which was 0.66 centigrade above the 1991 to 2020. So, this is in the northern hemisphere during the peak of the summer, the 3 months we talk about. 16.77 degrees, which was on an average higher by 0.66 degrees centigrades. In last 10 years, we have never seen this before. So we need to decarbonize oil and gas. And that's what this country is doing. Supplies is the only credible way, in my view, to bridge achieving the Paris commitment made by 183 countries.
So if Oman wants to be net zero, then Sohar needs to be net zero in 2050. Our aim is to become net zero, of course, and to green the port, as we say. So we created a roadmap, and the first step is, of course, efficiency. So better processes, clustering of companies, the one's waste is the other one's feedstock. Better and more transparent information exchange. Digitalization plays a big role in energy transition, in becoming more efficient and reducing the waste that we produce. Renewables, no doubt about it. Synthetic fuels, carbon capture usage and storage, and hydrogen.
So in terms of the Bahrain case study specific, we have a decarbonisation roadmap specifically for facility there, and our solar project, which is a rooftop solar project where we use our warehouses. We will then put solar panels on the top of the warehouses. We'll generate about 11.4 megawatts of power that way, but it will directly support Bahrain's sustainability vision as laid out in their Economic Vision 2030. What this will mean for us, we will be the first 100% electrically self-sufficient terminal by mid-2024, and it will reduce the terminal's footprint by 65%.
The abundance of technologies are available, all aimed at reducing the carbon footprint of shipping operations. However, the difficulty posed by this is that no one project can solve all of the challenges. Ports will need to provide greener infrastructure, not only for their own commercial operations, but for vessels and third parties involved in the transportation of cargo to and from the port. These include projects like offshore power, alternative fuel availability and scalability, carbon capture and storage, electrification of smaller vessels, and biofuel for transport vehicles using the port.
And this, I would suggest this to be a reference for other ports, like a community where we all generate through the photovoltaic installation energy, and then the energy used by the community within the port. So it's committing everyone with the same goal.
I chose a slide. This comes from the International Energy Agency, and according to the research, we need to see a significant increase in the use of sustainable fuels over the next few years. As you can see in each column at the bottom, you see a red circle, which is the share of low carbon fuels currently in place. By 2030, we need to see that to have risen about 13%. So a significant change.
So we are installing on all our rooftops in the warehouses solar panel, where we're gonna give the grid and knit it with the grid. But in the same time, our swapping system, which will spread on a charging network, will allow us to benefit from little bit smaller power.
Fact of the matter is that these regulations are now an unavoidable fact. You need to comply with them. Instead of seeing them as challenges, we're seeing them as providing us with opportunities, right? By investing in a younger or more technologically advanced fleet. By participating with our government, the UAE government here, or at industry level, to articulate our positions, right? And finally, in investing solutions to both reduce our carbon footprint and improve our business model.
Next step will be ammonia. Ammonia potentially will be a clean fuel to be used also for LPG carriers, because you know that some of these carriers are also prepared to transport ammonia. So if we see that there is a trend on green ammonia, of course these vessels should be using the cargo, the green ammonia as well, to reduce the CO2 footprint.
The inevitable is the environmental factor, and I've put intersection and environment, economy, politics and law, because I think this is quite an interesting area where all of these sort of areas do meet, and you have to be able to tick them all off in order to be able to reach that sort of consensus to move forward in a positive manner.
We have run almost 25 to 30 ships on biofuel. We are working on methanol fuel ships and fuel cell ships. They are under prototype testing now, and they should be ready to start operating for some time next year.
thank you for the opportunity to be part of this panel, and thank you all for coming today and staying till the end. I'm sure our panel was worth it.
What we've heard today is a lot of great ideas and a lot of initiatives and brainstormings towards how the industry or where the industry is heading.
It's just great getting a lot of people who got different perspectives on the same stage. When we had lawyers, bankers, aviation folks, investors, people from the rail industry, ports industry on the last panel I was part of, and it's great to get everyone's perspectives. I think there's a lot to learn and a lot of partnerships to develop together.
Having this event on the run-up to COP28, since COP28 is being hosted in the UAE, was very good thinking and appropriate timing. I liked the diversity of the speakers being from various different backgrounds rather than being, all technical or all regulatory bodies. So that made it for a more interesting discussion where a vast array of perspectives was represented in the various panels.
So for me, the key takeout was the collaboration or the inclination towards that collaboration, right? That we need to be together in this, right? Because at the end, we are different players. We are competing against each other. But when it comes to decarb, we all know we need to collaborate together.